Hey everyone, Julian here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to master future garage synths like over mono, fret again, that kind of modern style, and how to really make them, give them texture, and bring them to life. To go along this video, I'm going to be using this drum loop. This is from my Definitive Future Garage sample library. Link is at the top of the description. I got a little discount code on there as well. Definitely check that out and use that. But yeah, so I've got this drum loop, and then I'm going to bring in some MIDI, and I'm going to show you how to build the synth. So we're going to start with a bass line. I always start with the drums, and then I like to find a bass. So let's use this MIDI here. Okay. And I'm really doing this because I want to focus on just showing you guys how to actually make the sounds, right? So let's get wavetable. So again, you really want to get this groove between your drums and bass going first. And that's the thing too. I can tell you all day like how to make the sounds, but it's also how to make them in the actual context of a track and where to put everything and actually when to work on everything, right? So there we go. All right, so let's go for a saw wave. So for a lot of this kind of stuff, right, it's usually, you know, a pretty standard respace, but then I think you can take a lot of magic elements with like wavetable and stuff. Like you could, you know, maybe add something like this. And just have a little bit of like an LFO moving that. Bring it down a bit. And so you can kind of use like wavetable synthesis here to give it something a bit more exciting. Now, I think we use a bit of unison on this as well. And so you can just kind of flip through those. And then what we'll do is we're going to group that and we're going to do one with no unison. And this will just duplicate that. And then turn off the unison, right? And the reason for this is because you get, you know, a really good sound if you can have one oscillator that's just like a solid saw wave like that, right? Let's put this on mono as well. But then you can't really do that with wavetable with one of these because the unison, right, it's on the whole synth. So you can just group these in an instrument rack. Bit of a low pass. And there we go, we got a nice bass. Now, I'd probably do this as well, right? The bass mono. So you just tweak it until it sounds good. And now that you have this grooving with these drums, right, you have the foundation so that now you can add like a pad or a lead synth or something like that, and it's not going to be, you know, so jarring. Like, let's try. Okay, let's get the MIDI from that. That is in A minor, and this track we're working on is in G minor, so let's just take it down. 1, 2, and now we're in G minor. Alright, and so for this one, I'm going to use wavetable as well because those wavetables are obviously very good for basses, but you can do a lot with pads with those as well because, you know, you can get a lot more interesting sounds. If you just use saw waves and square waves all the time, you can only go so far with that. But this stuff... And you can get it moving very quickly too. And see, if you put like a different LFO on each of these, you can get a lot of more exciting movement, right? Because you're getting these different things, but it all comes together really nicely. And see, I'm listening to it with the other synths while I'm working on it. Like, again, like, making the synths is one thing, designing the sounds is one thing, but it's also being able to have these fit together. So you got to listen to them while you're working, because you see stuff like, oh, I need to cut out the lows on this. I'm going to put some movement on the unison amount as well. Okay, so let's make a lead now. I'm going to actually do some MIDI. Since we're in G minor, I can kind of make like a droning lead pretty quickly. Because we're just going to do like root note and then minor third. So it'll be like dun dun, and then this one. And then at the end, we'll go up to the fourth. There we go. Okay, let's just duplicate that. Cool, so that's a simple lead in key, and then we can just get, let's use analog for this, and I'll show you some cool stuff you can do with analog to make the lead crazy. So, oh, and then let's make that last note just go. Okay, great. So we've got that working with the other ones as well, right? I had to tweak the MIDI a little bit, and this is also why you want to listen to these all together, right? Because you find that kind of stuff. But cool. So with Wavetable, I've just got this kind of like a bit punchier. Let's actually bring it down an octave. I think that's going to sound a bit better. Let's make it monophonic as well. Voices, mono, a little bit of glide. Okay, so that sounds pretty cool already, right? It's a nice texture. But one trick I really like with analog is you've got the two different pitch envelopes, on a different one on each oscillator. So you can like bring like this. That sounds great. So we got this, you know, a fifth up, but then that pitch is just going like if I just play that on its own. See, it like just jumps up right at the start of the note, so you put those together. And it goes back to the standard tuning pretty quickly, but you just get that nice little thing at the start. And then yeah, we got this filter. I've got a bit of an envelope. I'm actually going to turn that. You know, just kind of set that how it sounds good. But the key tracking, when this is jumping different octaves like this, having the filter really dynamic like that, where it changes based on where the note is, can sound really good. And it's one of those things that can really give you like those lively future garage synths, right? So then we're going to bring the vibrato up. Alright, and then let's do a little unison. And what we're going to actually do here is put it on 4, and we're going to use this delay, and this pushes each note, like if I just play one note. So see how they're all playing, all 4 of those unison voices are playing at the same time, but then if I bring that up, the delay, So you get each one. And if you do it like that, see, you can just get a nice little effect. But what we'll do is we'll get an LFO, and we'll do like random, and make it, you know, pretty slow, right? And then we'll map that to the delay. Alright, that's super cool. And then I think all this really needs is just a little high pass. You could saturate it. Like, I think a little bit of overdrive wouldn't hurt. Just as a layer, a little bit of reverb. And then like a tiny bit of delay, like 8th notes. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe, and let me know what you think of this video in the comments. I was trying to do a little bit of a different format today. Let me know how you guys like this. Like I said in the beginning, you can get the Definitive Future Garage sample library. Link is at the top of the description. It's the one I used for this video. It's got all these sounds plus so much more. It really is the ultimate Future Garage sample library. It's everything you need to take your tracks to the next level today. Really high quality sounds plus a full track template as well. It can really get you started in this genre and get you going. Foolproof. Definitely check it out. Link is at the top of the description, and there's also a discount code there as well, so grab it while that's still available. Thanks for the support, everybody. Enjoy making your best tracks, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video.